8:45 a.m. Yeah, I guess my presentation is going to be postponed for a little bit as I feel the need to share just that much more of our skies that we have kicking off today. And I am going to show just that much more as I am on my way out to the feeding grounds. So we shall pause momentarily as I will get approximately about halfway to the feeding grounds before I begin recording once again. And you can see we have very little air movement. So let's go ahead and get this done. Alright, as stated, and continuing on, here's just that much more of what we have appearing in the sky. Yes, I hear you, buddy. And we can see through the trees and above the trees just a little bit more here. And swinging over here, yeah, I got all kinds of cats running up to me. And we dim this down, and we might be able to see a little bit of coloration from the anomaly. Of course, I don't have my polarized sunglasses on hand, but this is primarily what we are to focus on, I do believe. Delays in my priorities of content, but that's quite all right. And, might as well go ahead and toss this in. Oh, hey, we got something else back here now. Okay. Of course, headed in the direction of the greater light. There we are. And it sounds as though I also have other creatures of the woodlands to tend to, as well as I hear some of them talking. But here's just a little bit more from what had occurred months back during our so-called tornado. And of course, you might also be able to see throughout the trees here squirrel nests. Yeah, we might as well go ahead and get another viewing of Miss Luna up here right quick before I carry on with this morning's feedings. And I believe we will go ahead and end off with that. As once again, I feel this is good for sky observation. And we will be back in due time for, once again, my highly anticipated presentation that shall be shared. Let me know your thoughts in the comment sections of any videos, present or past. Have a great one once again. This turned out to be an awesome day already. 9 p.m. Might as well go ahead and extend our observations just a little bit further. Yeah, I'm not sure how the focusing is coming out. This is flying overhead, directly overhead. And we'll go ahead and come back over here and look at this. I'm not sure if this is what is considered as your volumus cloud, which is now defined as being related to so-called contrails, right? And we might even understand the reasoning behind this rather new definition of this volumus term. And we also have back in here, which, you know, there we go, a little bit more visibility as far as that. And, well, we'll go back over to this greater light once again and dim down the lighting. Oh, not sure if we're, yeah, I think we're getting just a little bit of that so-called anomaly, at least one of possible more anomalies that is around this, once again, greater light. Yeah, gotta love the delays in my plans, but you know, I think this actually dominates what I do have planned. And I do also believe that this is the extent of what we can actually observe at this given point in time. But now it's time for me to head up to my residence, as I do believe we are quite satisfied with what I've captured as far as sky observations this morning. Because once again, I am highly anticipating this presentation, which might be rather lengthy overall, as memory lane is actually quite expansive, especially with props that I have to share within this presentation. So I believe this shall suffice, and we shall continue on with this day and go from there. As my mother used to say, oh pshaw, might as well show just, a little bit more activity, just to round it all off, right? Even though I just stated there is nothing else to be seen, but once again, within these Michigan skies overhead, it seems like more often than not, there are things to be seen and possibly gleaned from what is seen. Yep. Expose, 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 right? And I believe I've exposed enough this morning. And I shall return.